Hey guys, welcome back to Admiral Reviews. So first off, if you're wondering why I'm shooting like this, usually I shoot on my camera, a Canon 70D, but in order to record that, I need memory sticks in order to put it to my computer to edit it. And right now I don't have any more memory sticks, so right now I'm recording on my laptop. I'll make sure I get some more memory sticks. So moving on, I want to talk today about the new chapter One Piece, chapter 857. So just to let you know, this chapter has a lot to do with Beige. Capone Beige. Like, this chapter is he's the main focus of this chapter, kind of. So chapter starts off, with Luffy and Sanji in the outskirts, and Luffy and Sanji, and the crew in the mirror world, and the crew, they're trying to yell out to find Sanji and Luffy, and they finally come across, this little piece of shard of glass. And this goes back to when Luffy and Nami were first going there, and they were riding with King Bomb, the tree guy, who used to be, I guess, Big Mom's whatever, and the glass shattered when they were first talking to them. But apparently, even though the glass shatters, you are still able to talk to the people. You just can't see them because the glass is so small, but you can still communicate in the mirror world. So the crew was able to finally communicate with Sanji and Luffy, and Luffy tells the crew, Sanji's willing to come back, and everybody's happy. This crew, of course, they're one big family, so the fact that Sanji's willing to come back is a good thing. But Luffy also mentions that Sanji's only going to come back if he can save his family, so they need to crash this wedding party that's going to happen tomorrow. And I kind of, reading not last week, but 2 weeks ago's chapter, I kind of thought that they were going to already be at the wedding. I kind of thought it was going to skip a day ahead. But with this chapter, we see why we can't do that. And we're going to talk about that later. So a little funny moment, Sanji's worrying. He's like, I hope Nami, I did something. He's worried about Nami. And Nami's like, you know what? I remember what you're doing, and I won't forget this. And she's like, I'll never forgive you for this. And Sanji's so hurt by this, but Nami's also like, you know what, but we can't worry about now. We have to worry about this wedding party that we're going to take care of tomorrow. And then Sanji, he goes back to that old Sanji with the hearts in his eyes. And it's just, a funny moment, because Sanji's one of my favorite characters, and I love when he does the little hearty eyes, and he's like, Nami Swan. So, Sanji's getting back to normal. But then, moving on, so Jinbei, who, I think Jinbei just needs to come out and say in next chapter that, man, I'm taking back that offer that you gave me. I want to be part of this crew. Because Jinbei is really one reliable ass source. So Jinbei comes up with the plan, Luffy, the wedding is tomorrow. And, we have no plan. And he said, but I do know somebody that does have a plan. And so this is where we get into the story of Beige. So Jinbei comes up and he mentions that, Beige is, as his character's, design shows, he was a mafia boss. And in the West Blue, where Beige is from, there were 5 mafias, and Beige was one of the mafia bosses of the mafias. So Beige was unlike the other bosses. The other mafia bosses were interested in territory, expanding, taking over other people. But Beige, he was a sadistic bastard. Like, he didn't care about any of that. He just cared about killing the leaders and then watching their organizations, struggle to find another leader, and then watching them crumble, kind of. And so Jinbei mentions that that's his plan, with Big Mom. He plans on, he's infiltrated her organization, and he plans on taking Big Mom out. And this is a big thing, because now the Straw Hats have somebody that has a plan. And like the panel said, they only have about 5 hours till the wedding, so they need a plan. And Beige, apparently, Jinbei says he has a good plan. But as we know, when Beige tried to offer Peckham's into the plan, Peckham's is like, don't underestimate Big Mom. So maybe this is leading up to, kind of like where your plan fucks up, because Peckham said, you may have a good plan, but don't underestimate Big Mom, because we're dealing with a Yonko. a fucking Yonko. So we don't really know what a Yonko could do at full, in their prime. So we're gonna have to wait to see. But Jinbei mentions that this is probably our best option if we plan to ruining the wedding. So Luffy at first, he's not with the plan of joining with Beijing, but after mentioning that Beijing is he pretty much he's controlling the security, and the way he's controlling the security is because he's got a certain level in Big Mom's army, and he's attained the position of Rook, and that's pretty high in the army. So he's in charge of the security detail. He's really the boss of security. He's a fucking mafia man. They really made this character like a full-blown mafia man. So yeah, so he's in charge of security, so this would probably be easy for the Straw Hats to get in and do what they have to do. And Beijing would appreciate extra help because the Straw Hats are pretty powerful, so why wouldn't he accept extra help to go through with this plan? So as we're moving on from there, we get the backstory of Beijing. And like I said, this was really interesting, the backstory of Beijing, because honestly, he was one of my least favorite supernovas. Him and Bonnie, oh my, I just did not like them. I don't like their powers. I didn't like, them just in general. But this little backstory of Beijing, knowing that he was sadistic, he loves chopping, he would chop off animals' heads and watch them die. This was he's a sick bastard. So just getting all this and character development for this character that I really didn't care about was really nice, because I was like, oh, now I care a little bit. I'm interested now in this character. So kudos to you, Oda. We find out that Jinbei has already set up a meeting between the Fire Tank Pirates, which Beijing is the leader of, and their crew. So that's all set up, and this is just showing that Jinbei is really a boss, because Jinbei he's really thought of this plan in advance, and without Jinbei, I'm pretty sure the Straw Hat Pirates would have been fucked. But it's really nice that you see Jinbei's really showing what his worth could be in this crew. I really think that Jinbei already needs to just feel like I'm part of this crew. Give me my tattoo of the Straw Hat logo. So I'm really proud of this moment. Carrot, you still have a little bit of work to do. I would like to see some progress in the future. But anyway, so the chapter ends up showing us that the Fire Tank Pirates have a little hideout. Well, not a little, it's a fucking castle. But they have their own location on Big Mom's Island. And that's where I'm guessing the meeting is about to be. So then the chapter finally shows out with a cool ass panel of Beijing and the Fire Tank Pirates, and they're talking about how they like the German 66, so that's one of the reasons why they're trying to take out Big Mom, because Big Mom's trying to take out the German 66. So that's one of the reasons. And we also learned that they were the people that shot Bobbins, which I thought it, and most people pretty much thought that they were the reasons why Bobbins was shot, or the people who shot Bobbins. And so we end off in Beijing, they're just talking Jinbei's a reliable guy. I'm pretty sure the Straw Hat Pirates are going to help us. And Beijing's like, well, yeah, get my little mafia voice. If I don't like Luffy, I'll just fucking kill him. Just feed him to the sharks. Which you wouldn't want to do because Jinbei's a shark, but I'll just feed him to the fucking sharks. And so that's where we end. So I'm pretty sure next chapter we're going to get into the meeting of Beijing and Luffy and the whole crew together, and the negotiations of how their plan is to actually take down Big Mom. So I'm pretty sure maximum next 2 chapters we're going to get into the wedding, which is pretty good, because you have to think Wano is coming up soon, and we still have to go through the Reverie arc, which I'm pretty sure will be very, very short, but still we have to get through that. So we have to finish up this arc, do the Reverie arc, and then move on to Wano all in this year. So I'm pretty sure we'll be moving on to that wedding pretty quickly. So I'm pretty sure at most 2 or 3 chapters we should be moving on to the start of the wedding. But that's all I have to say about this chapter. I thought it was a really good chapter. Great development for Beijing. I'm really happy for this. And, all I gotta say is have a nice ass. Hey guys, did you like the video? Please, if you did so, please hit that like button If you have any questions you would like to ask, please put them down in the comment section. I'll be willing to answer any question that you have. And if you like what I'm doing with the channel and you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button so you'll be notified on my future videos. And other than that, all I gotta say is have a nice ass day.